the divine anointing is a profound and spiritually significant concept that carries considerable weight. When we speak of someone being anointed by God, we are referring to a sacred and special act where God imparts a spiritual mark on that person. This is not about a visible manifestation but a divine choice that implies responsibilities and spiritual gifts. Being anointed means that God has a specific plan for your life, and He grants you the necessary power to fulfill that purpose. This power is not just a temporary ability but a continuous capacity that manifests in various areas of the anointed person's life. The signs of divine anointing are often noticeable to others, who observe changes in actions inspired by the Spirit. These signs are evidence that God is working through someone's life, guiding and empowering them to carry out tasks and missions that transcend the ordinary. Have you ever wondered if there is a greater purpose in your life, something that goes beyond the mundane and the material? Often, we feel an internal push, a sense that there is something special in our destiny, but we cannot exactly identify what it is. A life anointed by God is marked by distinct signs that may not be immediately obvious but manifest in various ways. In this video, we will explore and detail these signs, providing a clearer insight into how to identify if you might be living an anointed life. These signs are like divine milestones that reveal you are aligned with a deeper spiritual purpose. Understanding these signs can help you recognize God's presence in your life and better understand the path He is laying out for you. If you feel a strong attraction to spiritual matters, this can be a clear sign that you are anointed by God. Even when you try to distance yourself from spiritual topics or avoid matters of faith, something within you pulls you back. This attraction is not a coincidence but an indication that there is a spiritual force working in your life. This inclination to seek answers about spirituality, life's purpose, and the divine is a reflection of how God is guiding your heart and mind. This constant quest for spiritual understanding can lead to deep discoveries and a more intimate relationship with God. The constant attraction to spiritual themes reveals an inner desire to find meaning and purpose aligned with divine will and is a sign that you are being called to something greater. One of the most common signs in the life of someone anointed by God is the deep feeling of inadequacy. This feeling can be perplexing and distressing, as it seems that despite our best efforts and achievements, we are never entirely sufficient. However, this sense of inadequacy is not a sign of personal weakness but an indication that God is shaping our hearts for something greater. God uses this feeling to prepare us for future challenges and to strengthen our humility and faith. The feeling of not being good enough can be a way for God to draw us closer to Him, encouraging us to trust more fully in His power and grace. As we face and overcome these feelings, we learn to depend more on God and recognize that our true strength comes from Him, not from our own abilities. A heightened spiritual sensitivity is a distinctive trait of someone anointed by God. This sensitivity allows you to perceive God's presence in everyday situations and to pick up on spiritual signs that often go unnoticed by others. You may feel the need to pray at specific moments, sense when someone is going through spiritual struggles, or have insights about future events of a spiritual nature. This ability to discern the spiritual amidst the everyday is not a burden but a gift that allows for a deeper connection with the divine. Spiritual sensitivity also helps guide your decisions and better understand God's purpose in your life. With this heightened perception, you can become a more effective channel for spiritual help and guidance to others, reflecting God's presence in your actions and words. The presence of opposition and trials in your life is a significant indication that you may be anointed by God. These difficulties often arise not because you are on the wrong path, but because you are on the right one. When God is preparing someone for a special purpose, the enemy often tries to discourage and divert that person through challenges and adversities. Facing such trials is a way for God to strengthen your faith and character, preparing you to fulfill the mission He has for you. Each challenge is an opportunity to grow and learn to rely more on God. Despite the difficulties, remember that God is with you, strengthening you and guiding you through life's storms. Opposition and trials are part of the spiritual refinement process that confirms the importance and impact of your divine calling. A person anointed by God frequently demonstrates kindness and unconditional love that go beyond the ordinary. This love is not restricted to those who deserve it, but is an expression of divine love that seeks to help and serve everyone, regardless of circumstances. When you find yourself moved by a deep desire to help others and take joy in serving, even in difficult situations, it reflects God's nature. Your ability to forgive, support, and love without reservations is a direct reflection of God's presence in your life. This love and kindness are visible signs that the divine anointing is operating in you, transforming your heart and actions in a way that glorifies God. Through these attitudes, you become an instrument of His grace, showing the world the true essence of divine love. Living with a clear sense of purpose and direction is a strong indication that you are anointed by God. When you realize that your actions, decisions, and paths are aligned with a greater divine plan, it demonstrates that God is guiding your life in a meaningful way. Even without having a complete vision of the future, you feel sustained and directed, knowing that your choices are contributing to a greater purpose. This sense of clarity and direction is a sign that you are being led by God in your daily journeys. The confidence that your actions are part of a divine plan brings a sense of peace and satisfaction, knowing that you are fulfilling a greater purpose that transcends the immediate. Unshakable faith is a clear sign that you are anointed by God. Even in the midst of the greatest adversities, your trust in God remains firm and constant. When you maintain faith, even when circumstances seem challenging and impossible, it is evidence that God's grace and power are working through you. This faith not only strengthens your own life but also serves as a source of inspiration and encouragement to others. Your ability to believe in God's plan, even when it is not evident, is a powerful testimony of His presence and strength in your life. Unshakable faith is a reflection of the security and peace that God offers, showing that you trust in His wisdom and purposes, regardless of the challenges you face. One of the clearest signs that you are anointed by God is the positive impact your life has on others. Your life is not only a reflection of God's will but also a transformative influence in the lives of those around you. You bring hope, encouragement, and positive change, serving as an example of divine faith and love. The impact you have on others is a visible demonstration of God's presence in your life and the power of His anointing. The positive changes you promote and the example you set serve as a powerful testimony of God's work in you, showing the effectiveness of your faith and your commitment to His will. In conclusion, the signs we have explored are significant indicators of God's presence and work in your life. If you have recognized any of these signs, know that it is a testimony of His anointing and divine guidance. God is with you in every step of your journey, strengthening and guiding you through every challenge and victory. If you are still seeking confirmation or need support, remember that you are not alone. Our community is here to offer prayers and support as you continue to seek and live out God's purpose for your life. We thank you for joining us in this exploration of divine anointing and encourage you to continue on your spiritual journey with faith and confidence. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content. Leave your comment below and share your thoughts on today's story. May God bless you and see you next time.